Hey everybody, it's John with Vermont Homesteader, and today we're going to can Buttercup squash. I have butternut downstairs, but today I'm doing the buttercup because the buttercup will not last as long as the butternut down the basement. So we're going to get the buttercup done first. And what you want to do basically is just get a good knife, and it's easier to skin these if you chop them up into smaller pieces. It's kind of a lot to do if you try and skin it whole. You can try it if you want, but I haven't found a lot of success. Big, long, sharp knife is the way to go. You want to break it open. Be careful of your hands, obviously, especially since you're hopefully using a sharp knife. Okay. Once it's cracked open, you want to take out all the insides, take the seeds out, put them in a garbage bucket, compost bucket. It's all going to go out in the compost when I'm done. As you can see, I've already done some. Once we get all of them done, we'll put them in the canning jars and can them so they're good for the whole winter. You know, this is the stuff you want to be doing. You know, you grow this stuff all year out in the garden. Or you can buy them organically too at the supermarket, whatever you want to do, and then process them and can them, and then it ensures that you have your own supply of squash for the year. Food security, that's what it's all about. And if they're your own organic heirloom squash, you probably want to keep some of the seeds and dehydrate them, and then you can plant them the next year. So you keep some money in your pocket. You don't have to buy seeds every year on some of these vegetables. And this is one of those vegetables that you can save money on by keeping the seeds. It's very easy. Even if you don't have a dehydrator, just get some wax paper and lay the seeds out on the wax paper and put them in a cool, dry place. And they will dry out and they won't mold. I've done that just down the basement. Put them on wax paper and just let them dry on their own. Maybe flip them over once in a while, every few weeks. Okay, so we got everything out of them. Now I'm going to cut them up some more. The smaller the better, I say, to cut them up. So when I get them in these smaller chunks, I like to cut off the pointy end, because it's easy to put on its side and get the skin off. Comes right off. Nice little slice. And then you're left with the meat of the squash. You just want to chunk it up. They don't have to be perfectly the same size. The skin off. Try and leave as much of the flesh of the squash available as possible, because that's what you're going to eat. You can freeze this too if you want to freeze it and vacuum seal it. I've gone to canning as much as I can though. Hey everybody, so we're going to be taking all our cut up buttercup squash and getting them into canning jars. Just fill the jars up, try and get it compressed in there as best you can. And then we're gonna put some water in the jar up to the threads. And then we're gonna get air bubbles out. Kind of hard to find space to get down through all the squash, but you'll find it. Just a wooden spoon is really good for this. Okay, get the air bubbles out, get the lid screwed on, get it in the canning pot. I'll come back when I get the pot rolling, once I get all the jars full. Well, both canning pots are full of jars. That's what it looks like. And we're going to get the lid on this last one. We're going to turn the burners on to high, and we're going to wait till the steam starts coming out of the spout, at which point we'll put the weight on. Weight goes on the spout, and we'll get the pressure up to 11 pounds, and then we will cook these for 90 minutes for Buttercup squash quart jars. You got to go 90 minutes. If it was pint jars, you could go an hour, and that would be good enough. And we have a little bit left over that I'm going to have to vacuum seal and freeze. Talk to you in a little bit. Here's the finished product. A whole bunch of Buttercup squash, all jarred up. I got some already up on the shelf. We got 14 jars total, and we just stack them up here. And they'll be here for the winter. Next spring into the summer until we have vegetables again. And it's easy. Just come grab a jar, pop the lid, and you can put it in a pot and warm it up. Mash it with a masher, and you got some nice squash to eat. And we got a whole bunch of other stuff down here too. And maybe I'll take you on a tour sometime soon. Vermont Homesteader.